Okay, so it's like 8:40 in the morning and Luke has gone back to sleep. So I was like, you know what? I haven't curled my hair in like weeks, so why not make a video of it? And actually I already even started, I already have like 2 sections curled. But since I'm not really going anywhere, I'm just doing like a fast one. I usually start just midway down, and I curl on a pretty high setting. Even though my hair is really fine, it's really thick. And then I leave some hanging out at the end. And I don't know, I'm not really putting much thought to it because I have nowhere to go and I'm literally, I don't know, just felt like doing something different. So I just try to pull those sections apart. My kind of rule of thumb is you can always go back and touch up like what falls. And then I like using this curling iron. Jen from the Sister Studio, she actually posted about it. So I have like some Hot Tools ones. I have the T3. I have a couple of other ones. And this one was $20 and it's my absolute favorite. And it even has like a digital, I don't know if you can see it, temp reader. I'm curling on 400 right now. You just have to be really careful. I use Olaplex just because my hair is so fine, but you just want to make sure you don't get it too hot. I'm kind of going for more of like is it tousled? I don't know. I'm going for more of that kind of wave, so I don't really care if it has kinks in it. And then always for the front, I don't know why I do this, but I wrap instead of using the clamp. That's another reason why I like this 1-inch barrel, because it is like a wand. It's not tapered, but it's easy to wrap or to curl. So, and then I just kind of tie it in with the front. So, and then the very end before I spray, like I feel like this one's kind of curled too far down, so I just separate it. And then I will, when I go back through, instead of clamping it, to hit it higher, I'll wrap. If you're going for a polished look, like I don't recommend doing it like this. But when you do it like this, I feel like it just gives it more texture without having to like tease it or I don't know, do anything. So just wrap from the top, and even when you're touching up your hair tomorrow or the next day or later in the day, like if you're actually going somewhere, this is a good curling iron to have. Sometimes I even just use the curling iron to separate it. Also, I like that I can use the clamp, see how it's facing down towards my scalp, because I tend to burn myself. This hairspray, Pantene, it's like extra strong hold, but it's flexible. I've been using it for forever. So one thing when you're curling your hair that a lot of people don't realize is when you're doing it, do not brush your curls. I always use my fingers to brush out my curls. I also didn't think about, before I started this tutorial, how I was gonna part my hair, but you know, it is what it is. It's nothing like feeling polished at home. I'm also in my dinosaur muumuu for you, so there you go. It's Monday. It's kind of overcast here in Texas today, so see, I want to touch that, but I'm not going to. Another thing too is like doing these under ones. I get a little bit tighter curl. If you have like lots of hair, really thick hair, you usually want the undersides to hold. And like with all this weight, usually those curls don't last. So as I'm pulling it out, I do that and then just kind of hold it for a second. Like that, and then fling it to the back. And then it actually, the process goes faster the closer I get to the front, because I can start seeing my sections a little bit better. And so as the curl's setting on that row, I start pulling my next section of hair. And don't worry about the ends, like if you really want straight ends, but you don't want to like pull all the gadgets out, you could always just pull from the bottom. Here, let me show you on this one. And you can use your curling iron, so you have to be careful because you don't want it to snag. Fine hair is the worst for that. So see how the ends right here, when you're pulling your curl out, you can pull straight, or you can go back through at the very end and just, I don't want to do it on this side, let me do it on this side, and just clamp your hair like that. And it just gives it that nice like straight at the bottom look. So I feel like on last side I had to touch some up at the top. So I'm actually gonna split this section and flip it over like that. Do this one higher up. There really is no rhyme or reason to it. I used to spend so long on my hair, and then I had Luke, and now it's like, well, it doesn't look how you like it. You're gonna wash your hair in a couple of days. And then I think I'll wrap this one. You can probably tell which is my non-dominant side. For some reason I feel like it's easier to wrap the opposite side. Like I'm right-handed, but my left side is easier. I don't know. Just random Heatherisms. I'm always thinking about weird stuff. Okay, so I like that one. Kind of comb it down. This one, my hair is also crazy because, see, I don't even have a brush out, y'all. This is why I am not a beauty and hair person. For some reason, my hair always gets, I call it the butt part. You know what I'm talking about? Like, even if your hair is clean, I guess it's how my hairdresser says it's how you blow dry your hair. But I feel like I always blow dry it backwards, and I still get this like butt part in the back. Anyways, so I always try and curl like this middle section back there and spray it, even if I haven't seen it. Because nobody wants a butt part. Or at least I don't. Okay, so I think I'll do this one, just kind of random. And depending on your hair, like, I don't know, I have the most, like, it looks very manageable, but it's not. It takes me forever to like comb it out, and it gets tangled. Like, even if I comb my hair out in the shower, like with conditioner, once I rinse the conditioner out, it's all in knots again. Like, it's awful. For like weddings, or if anybody's like doing my hair for a shoot, or I don't know, just in the past, they're always like, oh, your hair is gonna be so easy. By the end, they're like, false. We hate your hair. It takes forever. I don't know where I was going with that, but starting at the top of your head and then kind of like pulling the barrel out a little bit. It just makes sure that, whoops, of course I screwed it up on that one. I'm like, here, do this. No, don't do that. And then remember the pieces by the face, I always like wrap. But I always start at the top and then work down, because I'm kind of going for like a looser curl at the bottom anyways. So I don't know, I just like doing it that way better, so it's tighter up here, and then the further down you get, it like falls. And then I need to spray this side. And then this is my jam. I've been using it forever. I'm sure like you've seen it on a lot of people's Instagrams before. It's a 3-in-1. I just use it like to texturize. I have some cheaper ones, but this is the one that I usually try to put in like on day one hair, I guess. But remember, don't use a brush to comb. And just kind of run my fingers through it. And like if pieces are too tight for what you like I always end up with like a looser set on this side. You can always just run your curling iron over it, like This piece I want back here, so it might be fine. But you can always just like straighten it with that, or even, whoa, even just run your curling iron like that, and the heat will kind of, I don't know. There's no rhyme or reason to this. I don't know what I'm doing, but you know. And then last step, I just kind of, and this is just gonna give your curls a different kind of definition. And it adds like, I don't know, I'm not a hair expert. It's a little bit different than hairspray. So there you go. And now I'm all ready to sit at home.